Hey everyone, so I got another knife review. This one is on my girlfriend's knife. After starting my knife collection, she wanted to start collecting, that's her there. She wanted a knife herself, so her knife of choice after me showing her a few is the Kershaw Scallion. This is part of the Ken Onion family, so it does have a torsion bar in it, so it is spring assisted. This one is in the middle of the Kershaw chive and the Kershaw leek. So down to the specs, this knife closed is 3.5 inches. The knife deployed is 2 1/4 inches. So together from end to tip, I believe that would make 5 3/4 inches. So a fairly small knife. It's not big in any sense, but it is very usable for light small tasks. Um, it is dual thumb studs. So as you can see there, there's thumb studs on both sides for right or left hand. So there's that method of deployment, and then of course you have the flipper there on the back, just like the chive and the leek. So method one, and then of course most common on most knives, the thumb stud method. Both very quick with that torsion bar. Um, Unlike the Kershaw chive and leek that I have, due to this one, as you can see, it's pink. In order for the handle colors to be varied like this, it is not a frame lock like the others. It is indeed a liner lock, as you can see there. It's a pretty thin liner, but I mean for the intended uses of this knife, it has a very strong lockup, and the frame scales are made of anodized aluminum, so making this knife a lot lighter than it could be. This is coming in at about 2.3 ounces. On the back here of the knife, you can see it's like a Zytel spacer. I'm imagining it's probably Zytel right in the middle there of the sandwich design. Just like the Kershaw chive and leek, it has that locking mechanism. Slide up on the blade in there, so you can slide that up or down. Pocket clip, unfortunately, is only tip down right side only, so as you can see there, there's no other place to put that pocket clip on this knife. So if you're left-handed, or if you like your knives tip up, you're out of luck on both those ends. Other than that, the pocket clip is fairly nice. It is tight, very tight. Can maybe almost be a little bit looser. Does have a lanyard hole in the back there, as you can see. Jimping on this knife, on the thumb, it's, I would say, mostly aesthetic. It doesn't help that much. Really, on the chive and the leek and the scallion here, it's that choil that I like a lot. That choil there is extremely deep, so when you're making cuts, like your index finger cannot slide forward. Like it sits in there, and it has really, really good purchase holding the knife. So this knife feels really good in the hand. It's really super comfortable. The knife itself is a hollow grind, so as you can see there, you can kind of get a glimpse of the shine there. As it comes down here, the hollow grind starts right there and slides down. Just like the chive, it has that curve here, which some people say it makes it kind of hard to sharpen, but as far as me, I use a crock stick sharpener, and I haven't found any problems with that. Just as a size comparison, we have the Kershaw chive here, and that's the scallion. So you can see a little bit of the difference there. And then from the scallion to the Kershaw leek, which I also have here, that is the length difference on these. So that's just to kind of give you a size comparison of this knife being a medium in between that Kershaw chive and the Kershaw leek. Overall, this knife, just as all Kershaws I've come to find, is extremely sharp out of the box. I'll go ahead and show you here a small cutting test, just how sharp this thing is. So it just slices, just as all Kershaw knives, just really easy. So, extremely sharp, which I really dig about these knives. As far as the setup, you can take this knife apart. It does have a pivot screw. All the screws on this specific knife are the Torx screws, so if you've got your Benchmade blue toolbox, that'll definitely take care of it. And that pretty much sums up the Kershaw Scallion. I have not myself EDC'd this knife, but I mean, just from holding it and feeling it, and just knowing it's the same like blade steel as the Kershaw Chive, and if you have the normal leak, mine happens to be the D2, it works perfectly. So that is the Kershaw Scallion, and compliments to my girlfriend for allowing me to use this knife for this review. That's her again. Alright guys, zip of this, knife that.